Today we will discuss 14th problem. Just go through the 14th problem. P purchased 4 cars of rupees 14,000 each on hire purchase system. The hire purchase price for all the 4 cars was rupees 60,000. So be careful here. The total hire purchase price is 60,000 and not the cash price. And it is to be paid rupees 15,000 down and 3 installment of rupees 15,000 each. Means interest amount is already included in rupees 15,000. Interest is charged at 5% per annum. Buyer depreciate car at 10% per annum on the straight line method. Hire purchaser charges the depreciation at the rate of 10% per annum on the straight line method. After having paid down payment and first installment, buyer could not pay the second installment. Means the default is effected in the second year and we need to prepare the account for 2 years. And seller took possession of 3 cars at an agreed value to be calculated after depreciating cars at 20% per annum on the written down value method. Actually, the hire purchaser charges the depreciation at the rate of 10% per annum on the straight line method, but hire purchaser he charges the depreciation at the rate of 20% per annum on the written down value method. On default, 1 car was left with the buyer, means the total cars purchased 4 cars. On default, 3 cars were repossessed by the hire seller and only 1 car is retained with the hire purchaser. Seller, after spending rupees 1,200 on repair, sold away all the 3 cars for rupees 35,000. So hire seller, after repossession, he incurs the expense of rupees 1,200 and he will sell all the 3 cars for rupees 35,000. And these 2 items we will show under repossessed stock account. Open the ledger accounts in the books of both the parties. So we will see the solution. Okay. So what is the cash price of the machines? Cars, I say cars. 4 cars purchased and the cash price of each car is 14,000. Total cash price is 56,000. 15,000 is paid towards down payment, so therefore outstanding item 41,000 and annual installment is given specifically 15,000. Here statement showing the calculation of interest. First year outstanding amount 41,000, second year 28,050, third year 14,453. Rate of interest is 5% and we calculated the interest. And we know the installment amount. Installment amount remains uniform for all the years. So therefore you should be very careful while calculating third year installment. In the third year, the interest will be, So here as the installment amount is uniform for all the year, the interest will be the difference between 14,453 and 15,000. It is 547. It is not 14,453 into 5%. Okay, just make that correction. In the third year, as the installment amount is uniform for all the years, so last year interest will be the difference between installment amount and the outstanding amount. So this amount is same, 547. Okay. So total interest 4,000. Cash price 56,000 and total installment 60,000. Next, as this is the case of partial repossession, we need to prepare one more statement showing the value of repossessed and the retained stock. So, repossessed 3 cars and retained only 1 car. Hire purchaser charges depreciation at the rate of 10% on straight line method and the hire seller charges the depreciation at the rate of 20% under written down value method, and the retained car will be valued at 10% on the basis of straight line. Yes. So first year 14,000 into 3, 14,000 is the cash price of each car into 3, 42 same amount, and here 14,000 into 1. So less, we have to charge the depreciation here at the rate of 10%, at the rate of 20%, at the rate of 10%. Say default is effected in the second year, so therefore we have to charge the depreciation till the year of default, till second year. Say after charging the depreciation, the second year, as per the books of hire purchaser, it shows the value of the repossessed stock is 33,600, but the hire seller, he repossessed the stock at a valuation of rupees 26,880. That means the hire purchaser will incur the loss of rupees 6,720, and the value of the retained stock is 11,000. So these three items will come under machines account. Okay. So this particular amount will be transferred as by hire seller's account. So this is shown as by profit and loss account, and this is shown as by balance carried down. Yes, look at the car account. So first year, as usual, so we will record the full cash price of the asset. We will charge the depreciation. The remaining balance will be carried down. In the second year, year of default, we will charge the depreciation and three entries will be recorded. So first, for recording the repossession of the stock. Second, for transferring the profit or loss on repossession. Third one, for showing the value of retained stock. Next, hire seller's account. Yes. First one, for recording the total cash price of the asset, 56,000. Second entry for down payment. Third entry for interest due. And fourth entry for the payment of first installment, remaining balance to be carried down. So second year, so this is the year of default, balance brought down. So we will record all the entries including interest due, but we will not record the entry for payment of installment. So in the second year, interest is 1,403. In the second year, so here the balance to be transferred to car account. Say here, hire seller's account 26,880 in the car's account. Here to car's account 26,880. So same entry is transferred here. Okay, so this is the transfer entry. Hire seller's account debtor to car's account. So remaining balance to be shown as balance carried down. Then interest account and depreciation account, as usual. Here also we will prepare the account only for 2 years. Next, in the books of hire seller, first entry for recording the total cash price of the asset to sales, 56,000. Next, for the down payment. Next, for the interest due. Next one, for the payment of for the receipt of first installment, remaining balance carried down. So in the second year, balance brought down. So for the interest due, and next, so we will record by repossessed stock. At what valuation the hire seller repossessed stock? He repossessed the stock at a valuation of rupees 26,880. So remaining balance to be carried down. And next, say here in the books of hire seller, if there is any adjustments relating to repossessed stock, we need to prepare repossessed stock. Repossessed stock will come only in the year of default. Okay, it will come only in the year of default. Year of default is second year. Say first one, to P's account. See here, repossessed stock account debtor to P's account. In repossessed stock account debtor to P's account. Okay. Next, for recording the expenses incurred by the hire seller, he incurred rupees 1,200 towards repairs, and he sells all the three repossessed cars at a valuation of rupees 35,000. So by bank account. Remaining balance to be shown as profit and loss account, 6,920. So here we need not to calculate what is the profit or loss on the sale of 3 cars, because as all the cars are sold, the balancing figure in the repossessed stock will be the profit and loss. Next, interest account, it is as usual, by P's account to profit and loss account, by P's account to profit and loss account.